Karmen Kan-Ka. Karmen Kan-Ka. Now that sounds very fresh, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, when I first said it, I started laughing. I was doing revision, I was hungry, and I just started saying Karmen Kan-Ka for no reason. Like, it's not even a real word, but now I've created it into a real word. It means Karmic Lesson. Now, it kind of sounds Ghanaian, because I'm Ghanaian, obviously. But it means Karmic Lesson. And basically, this is what I'm going to say to you today. I believe that when we're young individuals, you know, obviously speaking to your friends and family and other people that you've met across in your life path, that you're very good at particular things. So for me, I was very good at sports. I was good at football, rugby, athletics. I was academically, well, I wouldn't say bright, but I was at a decent level. Most people are, you know. There's a few things that they're really good at, but when they grow up, it's kind of like they forget about those things, or they don't continue with those things, or they don't shine with those things no more. But it's those people who still hang on to those things who turn out to be professional people in those fields. They shine in those fields because they still have that mentality they adopted when they were young. Now, mentality or not, it's something they have installed within their head. They programmed it within their head. Now, I like to say that when we were young, you know, at the age where our mother was basically catering for us, we had something called willpower on autopilot. So this is where your karmic guider is helping you achieve certain things in your life. You know, you were able to do something that much better relative to now. You were able to be a conqueror or a professional or great person in that field. But now it's kind of like, wow, I was able to do that before. I don't understand like why I'm not able to do it now. What's gone wrong? Well, if you're thinking about it in terms of energy like I do, I see that this karmic energy has left the individuals, or us young individuals, and moved on and recycled until the new people coming into the world. It's like this karmic guide or this willpower on autopilot says, okay, I'm going to show you this, I'm going to show you this, I'm going to show you this. But like, you know, cattle, not even cattle, sorry, like young or like puppies that are left by their parents in the wild to fend for themselves, is exactly what happens to us. We're left to fend for ourselves. Normally this happens around the stages of 16 onwards, or when we're starting to go to college or university. The window is different for many different people, but it's around the same type of frame, depending on your life situation. So you approach with a problem or a scenario and you're like, wow, I know I can do it. I'm this person, I'm this great potential energy, I know I can do this thing. But sometimes people halt and they stand still and they're like, wow, why can't I do it? It just doesn't make sense. I'm not able to do it. So you need to be able to train your mind in order to get back what you once had, that willpower on autopilot. But this time, it's a manual willpower that you gain for yourself. And there's only one way you can really do that, is learn from your hallmark experiences. Those experiences that triggered the person you are now, that have shaped you, that have made you to think a certain way. There's only two real emotions, I think anyway, this is subjective, but there's only two real emotions I think we actually feel. That's fear and love. Everybody knows where it is to be scared. Scared to act on something, scared to apply for a job, scared to ask a girl on a date, scared to cook, scared of revising. We all know it. We all acknowledge fear. But we also know what love is, and that's the opposite of fear. Passion to do something, love to eat, as I would know. Loving a girl, loving your mom, loving playing PlayStation. You understand the difference between love and fear. So if you had the ability to love what you really wanted to do, or love the fact that you had this willpower to do whatever you wanted, you're unstoppable. Fear is something that is conjured within our minds. It's a figment of our imagination. It's not real. When I say it's not real, it's not within this reality. It's within another reality of the form that you have seen it to be. So you don't need to present it in this reality. The difference between those people who are successful and those people who are just mediocre or not successful is that the people who are successful are not afraid to act. They have told themselves, look, this is what I demand from my reality, my universe, and I'm going to get that one thing at any given cost. Simple as, obviously within reason. Well, depending on who you are, you never know. But they're going to tell themselves they're going to get that one thing. Depending on how much energy you put towards that one thing determines how quickly you'll get that thing. It's like the universe, it says to you, okay, I can hear you. Yeah, I know you want this one thing. I know you want this one thing. I know you want this one thing. It can hear you. But you have to keep on wanting it. You need to make it something that you're always thinking about in your mind. Generate that energy. That frequency will connect with the universe in that distant form and bring it within your reality. That's exactly what will happen. And things will just open up for you because you weren't afraid to act. You weren't afraid to act on achieving that one thing. So people, please do not be scared to act, because we were on this willpower with autopilot, and now we have to learn to shape things for ourselves, to create this energy that is against fear and for love of what you want to achieve. Once you act on your impulses in a sense that, okay, for example, you know, you want to apply for a job but you're not sure whether you're capable enough. We've all been there. We've all been in a situation like that. Do I do it? Do I not do it? Well, only one way to find out whether you're not capable enough is if you act. That's your solid result. If you act on something, that's the only way you're going to know the difference between A and B. Simple as. So act. That's the only way you're going to find out. If you don't act, you will never know. Simple as. But make a decision. Once you make that decision, you might even surprise yourself. You might get that job application. Like, wow, I was able to do that. I was scared to do it, but I did it. I did that all by myself. And it was all by yourself because you are responsible for every single thing within your life, whether people believe it or not. So I would like to say that believe in yourself, because once you believe in yourself, everything comes within your favor. Once you do make that one sole act that allows you to gain back that willpower that you once had on autopilot, the universe will be begging for you to make decisions that you would like to fulfill, dreams, achievements and goals. So don't be afraid. Karmen Kan-Ka. Karmen Kan-Ka.